Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us. Bombshell tonight. Is there a crack in the case? Investigators releasing a composite sketch of a suspicious white male spotted by multiple witnesses at Adams Lake, just 1 mile from where the mother of two, Venus Stewart, vanishes.
I've never seen anyone disappear like this so thoroughly.
Have you seen this man? If so, police want to talk to you as they try to find out who abducted Michigan mom Venus Stewart.
Police believe she was taking her mail to the mailbox around 7:30 in the morning and say there was evidence of a scuffle in the yard.
Police releasing this sketch of a man who witnesses said was acting suspiciously prior to Venus's disappearance.
A white male crouched down beside a pickup truck. Where is that field in relation to your home?
Across the street, like kitty corner, in a vacant lot.
Cops describe the man as being in his late 20s or early 30s, about 160 pounds, and 5'5" to 5'8".
An abduction of some sort appears to have happened. It's hard to believe that no one saw anything.
Will this sketch finally break the case?
Would he have known that she would come out in the morning to leave mail or get mail?
I think it was sheer luck. I wonder if he wasn't just planning on breaking in the house and taking her.
The day that your daughter, Venus, is kidnapped in her pajamas, that's the only day he has failed to call his daughters?
Right. He's still calling our house. I don't talk to him. I just pick the phone up and put it down.
Straight out to John McNeil, News Director, WKZO News Radio, joining us from Michigan. John, what can you tell me about this composite sketch police have just released?
It was apparently from descriptions of two people who saw the man at Adams Lake on that morning, one early, one later in the morning. Apparently the man was suspicious just because it was he had been soaking wet. On an April day in Michigan, the water is awfully cold to go swimming. And but he made no apparent attempt to hide his face, walked up to one of the people and asked for a cigarette. So his behavior wouldn't be suggestive of someone who had something to hide, but you never know.
To John McNeil again, WKZO News Radio. Was he fully dressed coming out of the lake?
Yeah. Yes, as we understand.
Okay, right there, John, I find that highly suspicious. What is a man who doesn't know where he is, needs directions, doing coming out of a lake fully dressed? That doesn't wave a red flag of alarm to you?
I've heard stranger things, but you're right. I mean, it's hard to explain, and I think that's why the police are investigating it the way they are. Okay,
to Ellie Jostad, our chief editorial producer, here's my problem with this guy. Give it to me about the timeline. When was he observed basically coming out of the water like a swamp creature? What time was this?
This was in the early evening hours on Sunday, the night before Venus went missing.
Okay, well, you know what? Actually, that's not as far attenuated as I thought. I thought it was even further away from the time she was abducted. So the night before she's abducted, this guy is fully clothed, coming out of a lake and asking for directions?
Yeah, that's right, Nancy. Actually, there's two separate witnesses who say they saw a man near the lake. There's the woman who says that he came up out of nowhere, asked her for directions, asked her for a cigarette. And there's a second witness, Nancy, who says that the man is soaking wet, he had leaves in his hair as if he'd been in the water, brush on his clothing.
Joining me right now, special guests from Colon Township, Michigan. Joining us tonight exclusively, Venus's parents, Therese and Larry McComb. To both of you, thank you. Therese McComb, what does the estranged husband look like?
He's sort of stocky, across the shoulders. He's lost a little bit of weight since last time I seen him, so I'm not quite sure what his weight is. He keeps his hair really short.
How tall is he?
He's got a big, about 5'7".
Okay, 5'7". What color hair does he have? What color hair does he have?
A light brown.
Light brown. Does he have any facial hair? Okay,
No.
There we go. Thank you, Rosie. There's a picture of him. But back to this scenario, to Ellie Jostad. Neighbors also observed a vehicle parked catty-cornered to Venus's parents' home. That's where she was living with her 2 little girls.
Right.
What did this guy, was a guy crouched down by a pickup truck, matching the description of the husband, the estranged husband. What did that guy look like?
Well, Nancy, we didn't have a very complete description on that guy. The neighbor says she just saw him briefly. Like you said, he was crouched behind that silver pickup truck. She just described him as a white male. The mother was awarded temporary custody of her 2 children just a week before she disappeared.
Venus and estranged husband Douglas Stewart both accused the other of abuse. Cops call this Douglas Stewart their only person of interest. He denies he has anything to do with his wife's disappearance.
Yeah, they know